Alright, it's Roger with igadgetgeek, and today I have a case review for the AT&T Samsung Galaxy S2. Now, as you can see, I actually have a SGP Neo Hybrid EX in the Infinity White for the Galaxy S2. Now, this will fit the AT&T version, but it's actually manufactured for the international version, and there's really only one thing that's a little different about it, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But first, let's take a look at my Samsung Galaxy S2. As you can see, I've done a review on this extended battery. That's a 3500 milliamp battery and door for the Galaxy S2, and I've had a lot of people asking me, is there any cases that'll work with it? Now, this SGP is an actual bumper style case, so it allows you to use this exterior battery with it with no problems. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look here at the packaging for the case itself. As you can see here, it's just kind of a standard plastic packaging with a clear front. Kind of opens up. Of course, you get your case itself, which is a two-piece case. Now you also get this little goodie bag, which includes a screen shield, squeegee, and cleaning cloth. Now this screen shield is for the international version, so although technically it will fit the AT&T version, you're going to have that cutout at the very bottom for the home button that's on the international version. Now, being that the S2 has Gorilla Glass, I don't ever use a screen shield on anything with Gorilla Glass, and I have never had any issues with scratching my front glass. Now, I am pretty easy on my glass. I'm not real rough on my phone, so I don't have any issues not running a screen shield. Now, before I get into actually getting this case onto the phone, I want to give you a little bit of information about this battery. It is that extended battery, but I have been running it for quite a while. Now, of course, as you can see here, I'm running the MIUI ROM for the AT&T Samsung Galaxy S2. But we'll go ahead and get it unlocked here, and I'll show you how long I've been running this battery. Now, I've had a chance since I've done the battery review to run this battery through a few charge cycles. And they always say these batteries take a couple times from charge-discharge to get to their full capacity. Now, as you can see here, I'm at about 48%. And I've been running on this battery. Let me go ahead and get it up here close so you guys can see. Now, I've been running on this battery unplugged for 1 day, 9 hours. And I'm still at 48%. Now, as you can see, my display has been on for almost 3 hours. And of course, you can see I've used my maps. I actually used it for 30 minutes straight. So that kind of gives you some information on how long you can actually go with the extended battery. I get 2 full days of use, no problem. So let's go ahead and get into this case review. Now, as you can see here, it's an actual two-piece case. You have this hard polycarbonate exterior. As you can see here, it is a high gloss white finish. Now, these come in multiple colors, so you can kind of get whatever color you would like. Now, this interior part is not actually silicone. A lot of people think that it's silicone. It's actually a TPU material. It's a very glossy, slick TPU type material. So these edges that are exposed will not collect any lint or anything. It performs just like any other TPU material case. Now, you want to start off this by putting this TPU part on first, and it just kind of stretches around. You want to be gentle because right here is very thin. So I would recommend being very gentle and aware of that when you go to stretch this on so you don't break that portion of the case. Now, you just want to make sure you have all the edges all the way around the phone. Now, one of the things you want to make sure is you have it all lined up as far as your volume up and down and your sleep-wake button. Make sure those are lined up. And then you want to go ahead and take this plastic piece and work it on. Now, I like to start up here in this corner that has these cutouts, because that's where the case is the thinnest. So you want to line up your switch plate, your little switch button there, and then just work your way around, pulling this case over the TPU material as you go. Now, once you work yourself around, I'm going to see if I can get this on camera. Now, right in here, you see this little notch. There is actually a groove on that plastic, as you can see right there. See if I can get real close-up view of it for you. Let me get this camera to zoom in. So you can see there's a little notch that actually sets into the TPU. So you want to go around the phone itself, making sure you've seated all of those little notches into that TPU material, and that will actually keep that case from moving on you. Okay? Once you've done that, you just kind of make sure it's seated all the way around, and there you go. You've got it installed. As you can see, with this extended battery, it works perfectly. So if you are like me and really want to have that long battery life and not have to worry about charging your phone once every couple of days, and you still want to have some protection of a case, this is going to give you some protection around the four corners. So if you do drop it, it's going to give you some light protection. Now you may break your battery door, but seeing as how these are pretty inexpensive, I would rather break the battery door and break my case than, run into any problems with the phone itself. So let's go ahead and take a look around at the case. Now, as you can see here on the bottom, you have a nice large cutout for your sync and charge port right here. You have your microphone cut out. Now on this side, your volume up and down rockers are covered. Now this hole comes into play with the international version. That is for the lanyard that is not present on the AT&T version. Now on the very top, you have a cutout here for your headphone jack, your secondary mic on the international version, and this is for a cutout, I believe, for the Asian version, has an antenna right there. Now, the US version has a hole right here. So here the secondary mic is actually covered, but you could take a hot nail or a needle and make you a hole right there if you have to have that exposed. Now, I've been using this for about a day and a half, and I've made several phone calls, and I can hear no quality difference, as well as the people that I'm speaking with on the phone. They can hear me the same whether I have the case on or not. So for me, that secondary mic being covered while I am on the MIUI ROM makes no difference to my sound quality. Other ROMs, it may make a difference, but on the ROM that I'm running, it does not make any difference. So that kind of gives you an idea of the SGP bumper, the Neo Hybrid EX and Infinity White for the Samsung Galaxy S2 AT&T version. Now, while these buttons are covered for your sleep and wake, you don't have any problems with responsiveness. You can still actually feel the click, and your volume up and down, no problem. And of course, they do blend in, it all being white like that. So that's been my review of the Neo Hybrid EX for the AT&T Samsung Galaxy S2 in Infinity White. This has been Roger with iGadgetGeek.